Oh, snap. Yo, can y'all hear me? We got to talk. Oh. So, I'm gonna wait a minute. Oh my goodness. We gotta talk about this. Can y'all see? No, y'all can't see what I'm doing. All right, this Facebook. What they saying on Facebook right now? This was some underwhelming BS. True. It's like having a big ass slice of watermelon, and right before you take a bite, bam, some asshole birch. Oh snap! I'm still pissed about Brienne Jamie arc. Like, what the was that? In the end, it was completely unnecessary and didn't serve any purpose at all. That it's very true. Like, this is a season we all could have lived without. I don't know. I don't know what the point was of this whole season was, because especially this final, that right there in it of itself was just pure garbage. I don't know where to start, dude. Like, I could have I can think of a few things I could have been, like, I'm live streaming right now. I could have been streaming like some on Twitch or something instead of watching that. But I was like, my fiance was like, maybe they'll pull something out of their tails, and I'm like, I severely doubt that they'll be able to. Oh my goodness. I've been waiting all day for this episode, hoping that everyone would just get like killed. And I didn't get none of that. It's nuts. Okay. Now I'm out of Gatorade, and I'm more upset than I was about this episode. This it don't make no sense, man. Why? Like, first off, we had like a whole 5 minutes of like all the new people like in command, like the king's new hand and all his, the treasurer, the coin, whatever. And then we spent like 5 minutes on them just like bickering. I'm like, really? What? Like, y'all gonna waste more screen time on this? It's trippy. It's really crazy. And then out of all that, out of everything John has been through, he's been killed, brought back, had to fight the Night. Well, no, take that back. He didn't fight the Night King. He fought the Night King's army. They gave the kill to Arya. That's the equivalent of me doing all the work, and then someone comes out of nowhere, bing, and gets the credit for the kill. I was like, no, I did the work here. And it just doesn't make sense to me. I'm like, why? I could, and like and then I don't like Sansa. I stopped liking Sansa like a long time ago, probably like three seasons ago. And every time she talks, it irks me to no end. Let me see what Facebook is saying. Let's see. Tyrion, what would you say if we asked you to be king? Bran the Broken. Is there a screen share on this? Let me see. I don't hardly ever use this thing. So I don't know if there's like a screen. Applications. Feedback. It's the mic. Let's see. So I probably should do this on OBS. I probably should have done it from the start. It's OBS. But let's see. We're both going like Frank did. Let's see. Not even sure how I feel, honestly. The Night King was a side quest. I feel like in the second half of the episode, they just asked the cast to improv the ending in an hour. That's about right. Let's see. What else they got? Bran's title is a whole crippled joke. Where is the Lightbringer? Who is being known as the Lord of Light? Where Dodd? Let's say Dodd. Yeah, Dodd Dragon go. Why is Bran looking for him? I need answers. That is true. I didn't understand that either. Like why are you looking for him? I let the dragon be. He's gone. You feel me? He don't need like you trying to find him is really there's no point in doing that. And if I was John, to be real, I'm like, you know what? I'm like, yeah, sure. I'll watch. I'll do the Night's Watch. No, I'm like, forget y'all. Peace. I'm out. This is bull crap. First off, I got killed. Y'all brought me back against my will. Then I had to fight in a whole nother war. Then I had to kill my lover, who I found out was my aunt. When you could have just kept your mouth shut. And then I get put in prison. And the next thing you tell me is I have to go back to the Night's Watch. I can't have any kids. I can't get married. And I can't have any land. I'm like, forget this. And meanwhile, Bran's sitting up there on the throne like, I planned all this out. All of you were my puppets. You danced to the perfect tune. And look at me now. I can't even walk. But your boy is now the king. Which is just crazy. I hate this season so much. Like literally when like this there's no possible way we could ruin Game of Thrones. The writers said, hold my beer, watch me kill this in 6 episodes. And I applaud them on that. They killed it in 6 freaking episodes, and it's nuts. I'm like, that takes true skill. It does. I'm not even gonna snap. It takes a lot of skill to do that and everything. But you know, maybe we're all crazy and we just don't know good writing when we see it. Danny should have died fighting or something. No, the Night King should have should have froze everyone to death. It's my personal opinion. Is it bad that Danny's death was so anticlimactic that I forgot she died in the episode? My fiance said the same thing. She was like, why was her death so anticlimactic? Well, that was so freaking bad. I thought the petition was just a bunch of dumb millennials getting triggered because it was slightly imperfect season. After that episode, I'm bored with I'm on board with the petition. I'm on board with it too. I'm like, but you know what? No, I'm not on board with the petition because you know why? Because that means they'd have to redo it, and I'm scared they'll even somehow manage to make it even worse. So let's let sleeping dogs lie, and let's just let it die. Just let it. What's up, Prince? My dog Prince is in the house and everything. But no, yeah. So no, the petition. It was a good idea before this last episode, but at this point, let's just say our goodbyes. Let it die, and hope that another TV show. I don't know, dude. We just can't have. Why can't we have nice things, y'all? Why can't we have nice things? It did so well. You know how hard it is for a show to do well for 7 seasons. for 7 seasons, and they came in one fell swoop and pretty much murked the whole character of the show. Like a show that was known for not having. You never watched Game of Thrones? I mean, that's fine. I know homies that haven't watched it, which is funny because now they're starting to watch it. I know some of my homies, they're on like season 2. And I'm at this point, I really want to kind of tell them, like, don't waste your time, bro. It's a good show. Like, I'm not gonna let one season just really just dictate like the whole watches season 1 through 4. Those are great. Yeah. I mean, me and my fiance found out like earlier this week that the last 2 seasons, seasons 7 and 6, they weren't by the book. We didn't know that. I don't know what's by the book anyway because I've never read it and I'm never going to go pick it up or read it. So, I mean, it's just, I guess that's my loss. I don't really feel like a loss though. At this point, it's crazy to me. It's just like I was saying, like a show that is known for not having plot armor suddenly develops plot armor. Yeah, Bran. No, you can't be mad. Bran played the game well. Everyone else was dancing, running around, getting killed, getting raped, all this mess or whatever. And meanwhile, Bran's like, yep, I may have lost my legs, but guess what? I'm setting all y'all up. Because did y'all not notice how he was like, when John was leaving on the boat, he was like, I'm sorry I wasn't there when you needed me. Bran was like, no, you were right there where I needed you to be. And I'm like, no one else finds this suspicious. I'm like, this dude needs to be killed. And like his emotionless, his lack of emotion used to not get on my nerves. After it ended, I just sat on the couch staring at the screen and all how bad it was. I felt like it was like a Marvel moment, and they were just gonna come out with like a end credit scene and like explain something or apologize. You know what? Did you notice how they didn't even give you like a thank you, which you probably wouldn't have slapped in the face anyway? Because I was expecting like thanks for so many years of coming out to watch the show and all that and everything. And none of that, but I can't be mad at Bran though. I think Bran was the real enemy here. He knew it all along. He knew what he was doing, and he just kept quiet the whole time. He was like, I don't want it. Laundry day. I laughed hard when Sansa told I did too. I was thinking, I said the first person that stands up is gonna be the first person that's gonna be like, I think I will be a good ruler. And everyone's like, sit down. Sit down. I was like, she was like, Uncle, sit down. Well, I watched a few episodes on the Flash, but my replays game since it's gone. Hey man, like I said, the other seasons are really good. Just season like this right now. This season reminds me of how Tokyo Ghoul Route A was. It's like, we'll take that back because Route A, even though it wasn't canon, it was better than this. But that's where it's at right now. It's like you got Tokyo Ghouls and you got Tokyo Ghoul Route A, which doesn't exist, and then you have Tokyo Ghoul Re, which they did terrible with that too. But that's what this season is to me. It's a Route A. Like, it doesn't exist. I'm hoping it just no. But what was I about to say? But yeah, man. So Bran played the game well. Arya's going, no, forget that. So can we talk about Arya? Not even like this episode and last episode. The whole last 5 minutes of this episode was her just walking to this horse who I'm calling Seabiscuit, who she should have been died like 3 times. And then on top of that, she got a whole family barbecued when they were perfectly fine chilling out in the house, letting all the destruction and all that go. She's like, no, it's safe. It's safer out here. And meanwhile, you see like the dragon, like the basil geese from Monster Hunter World, just torching everybody. It's like, nah. I'm like, nah. I'm good. I'm gonna stay out here. You can go out there though. Dany was dirty. She spoke Valerian when she said she was going to Winterfell. John was standing right there. Hey, I mean, But even though he couldn't understand it, you know when someone's kind of talking like either talking about something good or bad, especially when they just start naming off all these cities. I'm like, I can't understand her, but this sounds like this ain't over. Like Tyrion said, did she sound like she was, talking about peace and all that? No, she was like, I'm finna go like medieval out here and I'm finna run the world. What is this? Iconic films. Wait. Another episode I had problems with was episode 3, the battle with the zombies. Theon Greyjoy's death was ridiculous, and he sprinted at the ice. The ice snake screaming at the same time. So. No, I mean, so I had problems with episode 3 too. First off, they built up my boy because if you don't know anything about me, I wanted the Night King to win. That's what I wanted. That would have been the best for everyone. If everyone just died and the whole place got frozen and no one ever heard of Westeros ever again. Period, point blank. And you know what? I would have been fine even with the episode if he died, if he would have died fighting Jon. But like the whole episode, he built up. He's being his same old petty self. Jon's running at him. He looks at him like, oh, you think you're gonna come at me, bro? Watch this. I'm gonna do you the same way again. Rise. And the dead come out, and and then he's like, you gotta fight my army again. So he's like, while you fighting my minions, I'm gonna go kill your brother. And I'm like, yes. I'm like, it's about to be good. Like Jon's gonna fight through the zombies. He's gonna not these zombies, the White Walkers, whatever, and they're gonna have a sword fight to the death, and then it's gonna look like Jon got killed when really he delivered the final blow and the Night King's death. I would have been happy with that. But no, instead, my boy ends up almost getting murked by the ice dragon, which, by the way, the cinematography, the story writing with this season is my really only problem. Everything else, like the music, the cinematography, the sets, and even the acting was on point. It's just the writers were on coke or something. I don't really know. Like I said, they just had a hold my beer moment. Like, watch this. I can ruin this real quick. Bobby was so this whole season. Yeah, he was. No, Jon was anticlimactic. Did y'all not feel like he was treated as like a side character? Let's see. Tyrion finished explaining how Dany was crazy. Jon said, "Love is death of duty." When then said, "Well, she's our queen." Tyrion looked at him with it title tilted head like, he did. like nigga. Like, did you not just hear what I said? But like he said, but he did say love makes you do crazy things, and I agree with that. But still, though, man, perfect death for the Ice King. Jon Snow tries to fight the Ice King, but the Ice King overpowers him. So Theon, bleeding out, kills the Ice King and avenges himself for being. I would have been happy with that too. I'd have with that, something like that, but not my boy almost getting filleted by the fire dragon, and then him and his whole squad, like not even like the White Walkers, but like his generals, they're all behind him, squatted up. They got spears at the ready and everything. Branch is looking at him like, like he does. And then my boy is about to deliver that final blow. Then Arya comes out of nowhere. Superman's the dude. He catches her. Now my problem was like you caught her and you just held her. Like, hey, like how your uncle used to do you when he saw you, pick you up like, hey, how you doing? And he holds you in the air and you be like, yeah. No, he does it like that. And the next thing you know, she drops the sword and like, real? I'm like, nigga, like for real? Like, no, you can't. You gotta be. I was like, exactly. That has to be like an ice clone or something. Like he had the Kagebushin Jutsu out here. I don't know. Like, is it a shadow clone? That got to be a fake. It's a doppelganger. My dude's gonna walk out and be like, "Ha, you thought you killed me," and then shing, cut her throat, cut her leg off. I don't know, something. But yeah, I was highly upset that they gave the kill to Arya. I feel like that was very disrespectful of just the Night King in general, because they built him up for years and years. And most of the time when he showed up on scene, he lived up to the hype. He was a badass. Like he rose the dead from he made his army from the dead, dude. And the thing is, he would do it in like the most petty fashion. He would slaughter hundreds and thousands, and he'd be like, you're like, watch this. I'm gonna be even more petty. The person that you loved, that if you somehow manage to live, watch this. I'm gonna bring them back, and more than likely they're gonna kill you. Like, and then it's so many things. Like, and also, like, I was reading on Facebook, someone brought up like the whole Jamie and Brienne plot point. I thought he did her dirty as. So was the Ice King like Thanos? Like Thanos. Well, if you say Thanos from like the comics, then I could probably go that way. But Thanos from the MCU verse, no, because Thanos was like he was trying to make the world balanced by taking out half of life everywhere. The Night King here was just and that's the thing, we never really got his backstory on anything like that. Like, we never really knew why he wanted to do what he did. He just wanted to kill everything, which, I mean, it's fine. Sometimes you don't really need a backstory for that, but it was I wanted to know because I like that. I like world building in a story. That's like one of the most important things for me in any story, whether it be a movie, it'd be anime, a manga, a light novel. World building is important to me. The more the world is built up and I understand things that's going on, then that's just me. I don't know how y'all are. Some people prefer more character development. I think that's important, but world building a little bit ahead of that, but not by much and all that. But no, I wouldn't say he was like Thanos, because Thanos, he was trying to do good in a very twisted way, but the Night King, he was pretty much like, no, I just want to kill everything in sight and just rule over the land of the dead. What he would have done if he had succeeded in killing everybody, he probably just took a long nap and just sat on the Iron Throne and just you feel me? But I mean, I don't know. I would have preferred that over anything else. I'm not joking. Like, the Night King should have won. Danny and John should have died embracing each other with a sword plunged right through them. All the dragons should have been turned into ice dragons. Cersei should have been drug out by the White Walkers and torn asunder. And everyone else could have just died, like, just being killed by, foot soldiers and all that. I don't know. Or they could have held up and blew themselves up. I don't know. But the way this ended was trash. And last episode, can we talk about how Cersei went out in the most undignified way possible for her character? Because, like, if you watch the show, you know that Cersei is a person that has a backup on top of a backup. The writers spent this season undoing character arcs. It seemed like the previous seasons didn't exist. Like I said, you could call this a Route A moment, because I don't know who these characters were, because that wasn't Daenerys, that wasn't Cersei, that wasn't Tyrion. Because they had Tyrion out here looking like a straight up fool. Like you said, like when Sansa says, like, I used to think you were the smartest man in the world. I used to think that too, boy. You right in this season, you dumb as a sack of potatoes. You just making all types of mistakes left and right. And then what was I talking about earlier? So, I mean, no, yeah. So I was talking about Cersei and how she died. Cersei died in such an undignified way. Like I said, she's known for having backup on top of backup plans. And then when Danny and them rolled through, she just depended on, like, my soldiers will fight for their queen. Like, did you forget that none of them like you? And even then, even if you could say they would fight for you, those dudes were scared out of their minds. Like, I don't blame them. There's a dragon coming through in here that just torched the Golden Company. Which, by the way, why were they even there? They got done so dirty. They were standing up front like, are they gonna surrender soon? I got lunch to eat or something. And then they just get torched. Which I was like, so why are you here? Like, and then, like, the Scorpions, I'm like, because, like, the episode prior to to Danny coming through and smoking the whole city, the Scorpions, everyone on them ships had pinpointed. They dropped her second dragon in a matter of seconds, like pink, pink, pink down. Oh, I lost the dragon. and then she flies away and everything. And the next episode, it doesn't matter. I'm a dive bomb all these ships that are equipped with scorpions. Only Euron's ship gets one shot off. The rest of them acting like, oh, I forgot how to use it, Captain. Tell me, was it the left lever or the right lever that I'm supposed to pull? I don't know. And the next thing you know, everybody just gets torched. And I'm like, who wrote this? And look, I'm not good at storytelling like at all. I'm trying to work on that and everything, but I think I could have wrote a better story. Not by much, but something more satisfying than this. Because that's like my biggest thing with like any story. Like I don't mind like my favorite characters dying. It's sad, yes, but if they die in the way that makes sense to them, like if they die going out by their morals and all that, I am perfectly fine. I'm still sad to see them go, but it's fine. Nobody, in my opinion, died the way they should have died. Like Dany should have died more. Dany should have died in a blaze of glory, not so anticlimactic. Cersei should have been killed by beheading or by the people just being like, yes, we're finally rid of her. We'll kill her. Whatever. The Night King should have died in my opinion. Actually, no, if the Night King died, he should have gone out fighting, not getting stabbed by some little girl that just comes out of nowhere. And I like Arya, but Arya, no, they gave her too many wins. And then she should have died with the Hound. I mean, in the Hound's fight, it wasn't really a fight. It was like jump cut after jump cut. Like if you watch it, like if you go back and watch the Hound's fight, it's just a whole bunch of jump cuts. Like not one scene consistently. It's like swing a sword, then cut to them like behind a rock. He swings the sword again, then it cuts to them like outside of the tower of view, and it's like, can we stick to one subject? I'm like, I don't mind it. No, I did mind it. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. Let me go on Facebook and see what they talk about, because I know the Facebook group I'm in is going ham in the comments, and it's hilarious. Let's see. So ain't nobody gonna be like, release Jon since he's the true king of the North and he committed no crime. Yeah, I was wondering about that too. It's like, my man should have, like, he's Aegon Targaryen. I guess they didn't mean nothing to them. Let's see. Ended like it could have several books. Arya basically became queen of Narnia. I'd love to know what she does. Bran sat out 2 seasons. I'm mad. Arya disguises Jon behind the throne while Dany burns Tyrion or someone of equal value. Dany makes a speech and boom, Arya, Jon is set. And no, I wouldn't have been happy with that. That would have made me mad. Honestly, I don't think there's been a way for them to end this episode like properly, to be perfectly honest. It's that this episode is going to go down as probably one of the biggest letdowns in a while. And I know someone was talking about like maybe a few years from now we'll look back on this and be like, it was a good show. I mean, a good season. And I'm like, nah. If anyone comes back and says this was a good season, I'm like, you know what? That's your opinion. I disagree with that wholeheartedly and everything. And no, just no. I don't. Let's see. It's the same thing. So no. So all of you that did watch it, there was a good season. Ty, don't. I'm like Ty. Don't you play with me? Everybody say what's up to my boy Ty Animations. But no, tell me what y'all guys thought about this episode. Not even the season. We'll talk about the season a little bit later. But I mean, how does this episode make you feel? Like, how do you feel knowing that this was the last episode of Game of Thrones? Like, I'm pretty sure they said they're going to do a spinoff. But after this season, I hope they kind of kill that idea, because it doesn't seem like the best idea to me, to be perfectly honest. Oh, it's trippy. If y'all wondering what these are my fake stallion link. I got these cards because I got the collector's edition and all that. But I mean, oh, it's sad to see a show that's so great to end in such a shit way. It doesn't make any sense. What did my cousin say? Honestly, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I started with the Stark kids and ended with the Stark adults. I told someone a long time ago, this is nothing but a Stark story. I mean, I guess I'm gonna call him later. We're gonna talk about this. Rand is taking the throne. Rand the Broken. I feel like that name's a little bit disrespectful, to be perfectly honest. Next time I do this, I'm gonna do this on OBS so y'all can see what I see. Because right now Facebook is tripping me out right now. A lot of it is just like memes and GIFs and stuff, and I can't show. So someone posted on Facebook, it's the Iron Throne, but it's a wheelchair now. Long live Bran the Broken. Oh, that is perfect. I'm saving that. Hold on, give me this. I need this in my life. I'm gonna post that later somewhere. Put nope. There you go. Put it right there, Bubba. Put it right there. That's hilarious. Told you this bit great. It's a picture of not is it Viserys? Yeah, Viserys in the clouds, and he's like, I told you this bit crazy. He tried though. He tried to tell her what's going on. Let's see. I didn't get why Bran couldn't have children. He was paralyzed, not sterilized. True. You know what? You make a very valid point. He can't. I mean, that's the whole thing, though. They were like, he doesn't need kids because, like Tyrion said, the children of kings are usually crazy. Game of Thrones seems wild. No, like it is. Like I'm telling you, like Prince, if you ever find the time and you just really need something to watch, you can go back and watch like the other seasons. Don't watch, watch season 8 so you can cry like the rest of us. But I didn't watch season 1 because by the time I came in on it, my fiance was on like season 2 and I've been watching it ever since. But I'm one of those people who's like, I don't really need, like if the story goes on long enough, I'll get the gist of what happened. And that's me. Most people need to start it from the beginning. I don't really need to. He can't enjoy sex, but he could have it. I mean, that's true, but I mean, he don't need kids. He's his whole thing right now is he's a 3-eyed raven and all that mess. Hold on, y'all. Hold up. Oh, my fault, y'all. My fiance told me I came in halfway on season 1. Hold on. I'll see you in a minute, babe. Bye. She's in the other room. Apparently, I didn't know she was watching my live stream. Hey, baby. Everyone say hello to my baby. But yeah, no. He could have kids, but I mean, he doesn't need to. Would you really want? Let's be honest, y'all. Would y'all really want Bran to have kids? Prince said, "Baby, Prince says, hey, Prince is my dog. Prince been here since like day 1, I think. And if not, Prince always comes through. So it's greatly appreciated, that. But that was a news story. What was the news story? Like Bran don't need kids. You know what? They all need to. I was spitballing like earlier this week. I was like, you know what? How this show's going? A giant meteor is going to come out of nowhere and just obliterate everybody. End of story. And then some dude from like 1,000 years later is like, yeah, I think there was like a war here like a few thousand years ago or some crap like that. That would have been a good way to end it, just to make everybody upset. Just that. Oh man, like I said, it's nuts. Now, one of my questions is, someone asked this too, like, what are we gonna watch now? And I was like, nothing. That's what I was thinking. I never said anything out loud, but I mean, Like, really, do you really think there's gonna be a show? I'm not saying there won't be a show as good as Game of Thrones, like in the future, maybe like maybe another decade or so. But I mean, I don't think anything's gonna come out in these next few years is gonna be like, man, this is like the next Game of Thrones. Like, it's just as good. Not like the same story or anything, but I mean, who knows, man? It's Bran would be perfect as a parent. He already knows what foolery his kids are up to. They get a beaten out the blue. but you can't do that though. I mean, it's like, Dad, why am I getting a whooping? Because I saw that you were about to hit your sister, but I haven't hit my sister yet, but you were about to. And then they would just grow up to resent him. And then he would see that too, and then he'd be like, well, I'm probably gonna have to kill them. Maybe there may be a live action Attack. I think there is a live action Attack on Titan movie, and I don't think it was that good. Like it's very rare that live action anime do any type of good. I mean, like I will try Watchmen. Me and my fiance like saw the trailer. We see the trailer for it like multiple times, and we both agree that it doesn't look interesting. Like I never saw Watchmen in the movies, but like everyone that did see it, the only thing that they ever say is they just remember the blue dude and that his junk was just just out. Like it was like the thing is like he's supposed to be like so above like everything or whatever that it doesn't matter to him, but like they're like pretty much like every time he was on screen, like my man's just out there, just junk swinging, like I was like I was like, all righty. So I mean, I don't know. We might watch like the first episode of Watchmen, but I'm saying that with like take that with like a heavy grain of salt. But we might, because we'll probably need to find something new to watch. But I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, I'm good with like anime. Like that's mostly what I watch. Like to be perfectly honest, like I just know like Game of Thrones recently pretty much brought me back into TV. Because like for the most part, I'll watch anime like on the computer or on my phone, or well, me and my fiance will watch like right now we're watching The Promised Neverland on TV, but that's for the most part. That's it. I don't really watch TV anymore. It's rare, and when I do cut it on, it's about I used to watch like Impractical Jokers or something because it's just hilarious. Because if it was like if me and my friends ever have a TV show together, it would be like Impractical Jokers, or it'd be like Silent Library. Do any of y'all even remember that show, Silent Library? This show was like dope. I remember like when I was in high school, me and my friends tried like we wanted to get on it, but it never happened for some odd reason. 3 reasons why. 13. So Ty, you know about Silent Library. So wait, no. Are you telling me 13 reasons? Or are you telling me 3 reasons? Like give the I'm like look, if you can convince me to watch it, that's all good. And dandy. I'm just saying like right now it doesn't look like it's worth watching. Laundry. But that doesn't mean I won't watch it. I mean, I'll say it doesn't look like it's worth watching, and the next thing you know, we'll watch it. You feel me? And all that. Let me see. Go on with Facebook, see what they're going. Facebook be tripping me out. This from a third. So basically, the Lord of Light ain't shit. Revive John just so he could eventually go back to the wall. Then poor little what's that say? Shireen died for God knows what. True. I mean, yeah, I thought they would have done more with like the Lord of Light and all that. Like Game of Thrones is one of the shows where like a lot goes on, so I can't remember like every little like plot thread, but I can tell you right now that every plot thread did not get ended very well, like at all. Like I know, like at the end of episode 3, like the Scarlet Witch. Wise show. Wait, what did she say? 13 reasons why show is a what? Baby, what you talking about? I don't know. I can't comprehend nothing right now. But like I said, I mean, it's nuts. It's over. Actually, tell me, are y'all glad Game of Thrones is over, or do you wish, like I said, because like someone brought up earlier the petition and all that, they want to redo the whole season and all that. We all know HBO ain't gonna bite for that because I mean they spent millions of dollars on the show to get this craptastic in it. They're not gonna redo it just to try and fix it. I mean, if they did, that would be awesome. I'm not gonna stunt, but to be perfectly honest, if the petition went through and HBO was like, okay, yeah, we'll redo it and all that, they somehow managed to pull the strings to get it done, would you actually rewatch the whole season? Because at this point, I don't think I would. To be perfectly honest, I really don't think I would. Because first off, you're gonna have that sense of doubt. Period. Point blank. Even if they even if they're like, we now got the book to back us up, there's gonna be that little inkling of doubt that's like they might mess this up all over again. And then on top of that, it just might be like it's not even worth going through all of it again. Like because a little party who's gonna kind of know what to expect, even though they might change like some. I mean, it's hard to say. Like, to be perfectly honest, from me personally, I don't know if I would rewatch the whole season again if they decided, yeah, we're gonna redo it and we get the same people, the same cast and all that. I don't, like I said, I really don't know if I'll rewatch it. Also, what's up to everyone that's just just hopping in? There's not a lot of us in here, but the fact that y'all are in here, period, does me joy because I just really wanted to talk about this while it was fresh on my mind because tomorrow I got work and other things to do. But like I said, so tell me, like, would y'all really want to rewatch like the whole season all over again if they decided to do it? Me personally, that's a negative. I don't think I'm gonna do it. It's too much. And there goes my cousin's comment again. I totally saw some unsullied prints, but I don't know what they're talking about. Okay. The real Game of Thrones was the friends we made along the way. Shut up. I bet y'all ready to go to, for the Game of Thrones Brotherhood. No. John should have died. Dead ass let the whole massacre happen. Son was scheming. He was. That was the first thing out my fiance's mouth. She was like, Bram playing the whole thing. The power of friendship. No. And that's the problem. Game of Thrones is not known for any of that. It's not known for the power of friendship. It's not known for the power of love. It's not known for plot armor. All of that came into play like this season. Like I said, Arya should have died like 3 times when the whole city was being burned by Dany. She should have the castle should have killed her. She should have got stomped to death in the crowd. Or she should have got fricassee like with the whole family that she got filleted. Like, that's petty. Like, they were perfectly fine chilling, and then it's like, no, come out here, where it's clearly more dangerous than one little girl. The mother gets her head cut, and then by Darth Dothraki. Then the little girl, she's trying to save the little girl. The next thing you know, Dany just comes out and just napalms the whole field. Meanwhile, Arya's off to the side panting, and the next thing you know, some random horse just comes out of nowhere, and they just had like a moment, like a real moment, like I see you, like come to me and hop on my back, and we can ride out of here. It was not the only one that just heard like Old Town Road just playing. Hold up, Alexa, play Old Town Road.
Old Town Road remix by Lil Nas X featuring Billy Ray Cyrus on Amazon Music.
Alexa, turn the volume up ×2. Like that's what I heard. Like when she was like the whole. You can make a whole music video off of it. I'm gonna take my horse to the Old Town Road. I'm gonna. And like when the beat kicks in is when like when the screen cuts to her right, like literally riding off, like right here. Like why, Alexa, stop. But yeah, I mean the fatalities. I mean, the truth of Game of Thrones is the fatalities. I mean, yeah, I mean that was like one of the most drawing point of the show because like they'll like a character you would think that's gonna make it to the end, they'll just X them off like no hesitation, like at all. But it'd be like in a satisfying way that you'd be like, okay, they kind of had not even they had they come in like you kind of saw it. I tell you what, the one of the most satisfying people that died, I can't remember her name. Baby, if you watching, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the grandma. She went out when Jamie went there, and she was like, "Tell Cersei that I poisoned Joffrey," and she went out like a straight G. She was like, "Yeah, I don't care nothing about." She's like, "Yeah, I did it. What's up? I'm old. I'm about to die anyway," and she poisoned herself, and Jamie couldn't even draw his sword. He was like, darn, she already poisoned herself. I mean, she was gonna die whether I stab her with the sword or not. She went out like a G. She had one of the most satisfying deaths of all time. And it's just the way she set everything up before she died was just pure genius. And I was like, that is how OG does things, like real talk. That is the OG right there. Oh snap. Guys, I think that's gonna be it for tonight. I just wanted to talk about this. I don't know if this is gonna stay up or not, depending on depending on YouTube treats it. But I appreciate all y'all coming out. Prince, Ty, Laundry Day, everyone that commented. It's sad to see it go, but it is what it is. We'll learn to get over it, and if not, hopefully something will come and replace it in our hearts. But with all that being said, guys, thank you for stopping by. It's your boy Fox. Out. End it.